Hello, so today I'm going to be doing an inner child healing message. So it's basically intuitive messages that you need to know. We're going to look at what it is that you may be carrying from your childhood, the cause of it, and how you can get free of that. So pick which crystal you are drawn to. The citrine, the goodness, I forgot. Just pick one. I have a lot of crystals. Forget the names. I don't want to call it Amazonite, but it actually might be. This one might be pork stone. I don't think it's sunstone. Can't remember. But yeah, pick a pile and we'll pick a crystal and we're gonna get started. Okay, if you picked the red crystal, this is your reading for your cards regarding what inner child healing you need to work on. We have the Five of Baskets and Two of Knives, or the Five of Cups and Two of Swords. So with you, we have grief and we have being at a standstill. With the Two of Knives in this picture, her in the description for the Hoodoo's Hero, this is a picture of a woman whose spiritual eyes are gouged out. Her physical eyes are closed, so she can't see anything. So with the Five of Baskets, having grief, experiencing loss, not really, you're feeling like you lost more than you have left over. I see that your childhood trauma pretty much is, it comes in the form of the freeze defense mechanism, like fight or flight or fight, flight or freeze, sorry. You have trouble trusting your own intuition. You won't make a move. This may not be with everything, but it's most things. I asked the cause of this for you. We got coworker and law of vibration. The keywords on coworker are Three of Pentacles, collaboration, teamwork, an acquaintance, shared projects, daily routine. Law of vibration, that law is everything has a unique vibrational frequency. As this is something that you picked up in your childhood. This may have been a bully, a friend, a family member. I'm pretty sure if it was a friend, and of course that really wasn't a friend, but it was someone that isn't on the same level mentally as you, spiritually as you. You may have grew up around a lot of pessimistic people. You may have not had a lot of people that you would trust their opinion, or well, you would and you would be let down because of lack of support. So at the bottom of the deck of the Hoodoo's Hero for you also, I got Three of Baskets. That's Three of Cups, so that again connects to community where this started off for you. And at the bottom of my own oracle that I make is 11th house, and that is the house of friends. I believe, is that the house of hidden enemies? Or, oh, no, yep, 7 houses open enemies, 11 houses hidden enemies is, goodness. I'm not going to keep going, what if I'm wrong? It's 12 houses, but I still get confused between that and 7th house sometimes. But I asked overall, with the what's the T deck, how this leaves you, what kind of situations this leaves you in. You freezing up and not doing anything, you got rejected. So you may be somebody that has to pump yourself up to do something, and you may have missed the deadline, may have had to rush because you decided like, oh, I want to do this now. You know, you're not following your intuition. You really can't trust your intuition. You feel like, and it's not your fault, because of course this is inner childhood reading. I was going to say something and I just forgot, but it's okay. To heal yourself, to work on healing yourself, because healing is could be a lifelong process, you know, especially when you feel like you don't have a support system. You feel like you can't even trust yourself to make decisions. You may not feel good enough, you know. Also, if you're still feeling like that with people you do deserve, people that will assure you of yourself, guide you on the right path, no pessimistic, crabs in a barrel type of people. So to help along with your healing, I pulled Judgment and Guide of Swords. Guide of Swords and King of Swords. Although the pain may be caused by other people, the healing is required of you to do for you. You may not get an apology. People may not all of a sudden just understand spiritually how they torn you down or how they've aided in messing with how you maneuver through life, because every relationship affects us as we go. We pick up stuff, good and bad, and sometimes it does affect how we view ourselves. You are being called to put yourself in judgment, like really look at yourself, and you not to really, I wouldn't even focus on the people or the past or the people that are making you feel down. I would say, look, what part are you playing and holding yourself back? If it's waiting on somebody to help you, you know, with business, you need somebody to help you. You know, it is good to have that kind of support. With friendship, with life period, you need support, you need a friend group. But Judgment right here is really calling you also with the King of God of Swords. You have to look at the facts of the situation. Yeah, people have their part, but you have to take your part in whatever you're doing that keeps you feeling rejected, because you are prepared better for something. I don't know. I didn't go that deep in the cards, and it's not a personal reading, but it is calling you to reflect on yourself, because a lot of people don't like to hear it. I didn't like hearing it once I realized it, but a lot of stuff you have to take accountability for. We got to take accountability for, even, and it's simple. The simplest way, and it'll feel harsh, but you have to also forgive yourself for not knowing, you know, like not knowing what you were, not knowing what you know now. But you have to detach emotionally. I feel like this is holding you back. Whatever group of people these is. And at the bottom of the deck, for that, we got 4 swords. You do need to take a mental rest. You may not handle rejection. You may know how to handle rejection, but you may just always feel like you're always getting to know. That's all I have for you. Okay. All right, everybody that picked the Citrine, we got the 9 of coins for you in Real World Bill. 9 of coins, 9 of pentacles. Real World Bill is Chariot. whatever you're doing, you may have a successful life, or better than what you grew up with. Your childhood trauma is centered around not being broke, and I don't blame you at all. But I feel like you need to take a break. I feel like not a break. I don't want to tell you that the work is hard. I would say shift the reason for why you make money or what your goals are. Shift that perspective from a perspective of lack. You know, have these goals because you want to live this life, and not, it's like you're running from the past, and it's something you're not dealing with. So money doesn't cover up it help with pain, you know, help you get over it, but you still have those memories you have. Still, hold on 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, you are running the past. I don't blame you. Okay, let me go ahead. The cause of, you know, you feel like you have to run the past, of course, poverty. It's obvious. But we have drive, walkway, life path, arrival, departure, readiness for change. Then we have silver, moon energy, intuition, psychic clarity, and feminine power. You are in total control of your life. I feel like it's warning you of burnout. That's what I mainly feel with these cards, because I don't think the problem is that you are doing good. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be I don't think that's it. I think the problem is there are other things that you need to understand about life. I don't think you got that. Not understanding the why things were, you may know why, but I feel like this is, you know what? This is a case of you may need to learn your family history with money management. And you also might be you may be looking down on people in your family, or people that aren't your family, but you might just, you know, look at people that don't have what you have, and you're like, oh, you don't work hard enough, you don't do that. I think you might need to get a little bit down to earth. That's what I feel. All right, so I asked how with this, because it might feel good on the surface, it might look good on the, you know, but spiritually and mentally, a lot of wisdom that you get is not going to get financial wisdom and stuff like that. Yeah, you'll get it from your peers, people that are on the same level as you, but a lot of wisdom in life about love, kids, all of that, relationship building. Money can't buy that. People do buy it with money, but you still don't know, you know, still don't know what they're doing. So still figuring out how silver ties into this. Oh, you're just in your power. Your intuition, you follow it. Your ancestors, the creator, you listen to them. They tell you where to go, they lead you, they got you out of that. But it's certain stuff they don't want to just teach you that. I asked how this trauma shows up in your life, and we got dirt digging, looking for dirt on you or vice versa. So that goes right back to what I was saying about you may put your nose down at people. Some people might, put their nose down at you. You are dealing with, I feel like you may be still, even though you're successful and it's still manifesting and showing that you still look at what other people are doing because of whatever reason, I didn't pull a clarifier for that. You know how you dirt digging, or if somebody dirt digging on you. But whatever it is, it's dirt digging and somehow it affects you. You also may worry about your appearance to people as well. You never want to look like you used to. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the other experiences in life outside of money. You have to know that money can't buy wisdom. I love the Proverbs of the Bible. And they speak about wisdom, like wisdom is out shouting, it's always there. We're not just down here by ourselves, and life feel like a game of survival. I'm gonna let you know you beat it, you in first place, but like you might need a not a reality check, like a social life, like a better. You don't have to be in mixed company. You use your intuition. You've been using it. But just meet different people. Be open to that. And if somebody is dirt digging on you, block them. But to help you with that, to heal that part of yourself, we got 7 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, she made it to the top of the mountain. And I forgot the illustration thing, but you know what 7 of Pentacles mean anyway. If somebody just is looking at see their harvest, ready to pick and everything they've invested. Like she invested time going up the mountain. 6 of Pentacles, I feel like, I don't feel like it's telling you to be charitable, like give your money away. But as you heal, you might pick up on what I'm picking up on. You may end up reflecting over your family history, learning about your grandparents, your parents, what they went through and stuff like that. How hard it was for them to get stable. You may not want to be the only one in your generation to have the level of success that you have. It does not, like I said, you don't have to be rich. You can be middle class. A lot of people have a hard time getting out of poverty. So, also I forgot to tell you, at the bottom of your deck we had the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Sticks. We know what the 9 of Wands is. The wounded warrior, person that's still standing, going. She has her gun and her Bible. She's always prepared. She's guarded. At the bottom of the deck we had living room. So social connection, shared energy, emotional atmosphere. So you may need, like I said, you might need a social life, you will know how to do it. At the bottom of the deck, it was 2 of Swords. So you got a decision to make. You can follow your heart and your intuition, or you can stay, you can get all the money in the world, but you can be a fool with money and not know anything to pass down to your kids. Well, that's all, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Alright. Alright, if you picked the Amazonite, I'm going to keep it real with you. Well, I've been doing it. I'm not going to be making fake readings, but I get some really bad habits or toxic actions in this pile. And I do see, as I said in the last video, not the last video, and Citrine's green is associated with the heart. Chakra, yellow was solar plexus, and related to creativity. I'm not gonna talk back about that, but I didn't purposely pick them like this, but if you pick this, you need this. It's something with your feelings. All right, for you, your childhood trauma. You may have been abused. You may be someone who associates fighting and romance and relationships as normal. Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles, Miss Robinson's death in the Hoodoo Tarot. Not death, I'm sorry, the devil in Hoodoo Tarot. That deals with toxicity, overindulgence, addictions, feeling chained to something. And Eight of Pentacles is, repetitive practice, continuously doing. I do feel like someone that's watching this, I pick up on, even though nobody's watching it now while I'm recording this, when I put it up, I wouldn't be shocked if you were in a domestic violence situation. It may actually be, you may have been an abuser. I'm not saying that if you were the victim, of course I'm not saying it, but I do feel like it's somebody that's, when you were young, you were repetitively, I feel like you couldn't get out, like you were stuck, kept doing the same thing over and over, there was no escape for you. So that's also another thing I'm picking up. You don't know when to let go. Alright, so the root cause of this, we got enemy, and it's got to be destiny. Enemy, my keywords I put on there is snake, the devil, low vibe, an opponent, fox. Fox is associated with Lenormand card, fox. Lie, offender, and defense. We got It's Gotta Be Destiny is a song by Myron. It's an R&B song. I love that song. But the keywords on here are the Wheel of Fortune, the cross, Lenormand. The cross is a symbol of burdens. Divine purpose, the star, it is written, fated events, life path, and soul contract. So you picked up some bad habits by, and like I keep saying, and I said in the previous readings, since it's related to childhood, this is what's doing your childhood ages. I'm looking at it, It's Gotta Be Destiny. I don't want it to be sitting here quiet, but I am looking at the card. I feel like you may have been made to feel like this is all life has to offer. Alright, so at the bottom of your deck we have Dr. Grant, that's the Hermit. So it is calling you to have a long time. At the bottom of the other deck we have Bully, Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Abuse, Intimidate, Insecure. And again we have Five of Wands. The card of I know Rider Rate says like a mock fight or something, but it's conflict and wands are action, so there's some fighting going on. I asked how this has left you feeling, and we got love on the brain, daydreaming, fantasizing, dreaming, nostalgic. It's like you wish for a simpler time. And with love on the brain, you don't know when to let go because you're still chasing. So basically, love is no law against love, you know. It's a problem when there's no a partnership, with a friendship, family. It takes two people to work. When nobody is making a change, you cannot, and you're not trying to get a change going. There's no point of focusing on love on the brain, because you can't go back in the past. You can bring that feeling back, but it has to be work done, and it can't be forceful, and you can't be taking abuse. It can't be forced on you. Okay, now I'm looking at the cards and I'm trying to now see how it's got to be destiny fitting in, because that is what you. This is all you know. The fighting in a relationship is all you know, and it's not your fault. But I'm letting you know that it does not have to be that way for you. So to start your healing, because it's a start. Life is like a long healing process after childhood trauma. We got the Star and Three of Swords. The Star is a card of hope, joy. I'm thinking about the Sun. The Star is a card of hope. I'm getting your wish. But you have to process this pain in some kind of way, a different kind of way. You have to know that, and it's a card of renewal, hope and renewal. You have to know within yourself. You have to know outside yourself. If you have to get inspiration from other people, well, shit, you want people you know in real life as good examples. But if you don't have nothing in real life, I like watching sitcoms and stuff like that. That stuff, I don't care if it's scripted or not. I feel like you have something to look forward to, but you can't force it on somebody else. If you're not making the right changes, and if you are in a domestic violence situation, tell someone. Okay. I won't. Me, also, I know you can't tell somebody to leave and you have nowhere for them to go. You have to plan that. But I feel like you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't think it's fun. You think this is just fated. This is how life is. And it doesn't have to be that way for you. Now, what you want, what you accept in life, and what you take in life, that's up to you. But you know what's best for you. Go take counseling and therapy, or find a group of people that are dealing with what you are dealing with, because you're not alone. A lot of people won't tell you about what they're going through. A lot now we will, with social media being the way it is. You can find someone going through exactly what you're going through. It doesn't mean you'll be instant friends or you have to tell each other everything, but find an outlet, and don't just find an outlet, find someone that can help you in return as well. So I'm looking at the enemy card. I still just get messages in my brain about what exactly, and I'm trying to put them all in a sentence. I feel like somebody may have, well, I've said that already, somebody may have been abused in your childhood. You may have been abused. There's many types of abuses, you know what kind. But that I want you to get the help you need for that, because it is available. If you are busy, if you don't, you make time for yourself always. But anywho, I hope I shed some light on something. I hope it resonated. If it resonated, let me know in the comments, and you have a great night.